right, guys, y'all listen to this. Good evening, everyone. I apologize. We got something up on the screen. We're going to take that off for a second. We are going to show that in just a few minutes. Michael, what's going on, buddy? Glad to have you on here tonight.
It's Friday. I'm glad of it, too. It's been a long week.
It's Friday, and we're going to have an excellent time on here with everyone. Super excited for everyone joining in with us tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you and you guys wanting to be part of the show. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And Michael, we're going to start as always. We're going to give some shout outs. Anybody you want to give a special shout out to that you see on here tonight?
Surfside Dan, Workman's Adventure.
Yeah.
Chris. I know Matt was on here earlier, but I think he said he had to go bowling. So
okay, yeah, Matt, those guys are awesome guys. So yeah. I know Michael talks to those guys quite regularly. I started back school this week, so I've been teaching away. I'm teaching AP European history, and that's keeping me really busy, Michael. And I've started my sports season as well, so that's why you guys haven't seen as much of my videos coming through. As I'm trying to get rolling with that, but I do have some videos coming, Michael. I do have some videos coming, and we're going to talk about some of those things, and we're going to show some clips from some of those videos, as well as what happened to me last weekend. And you know what that is, and it was something spectacular, and I can't wait to share the story with you. I've shared it with Michael. Michael knows the story, but it is a pretty remarkable story, and wait till you see what I find. It's going to be.
Hang on, guys. Fall's right around the corner.
Yeah, fall's coming. Fall's coming. So let's give our shout outs as always. Mr. Ohio Fred is in the house. Glad to have Fred in here with us. Digging Daryl says he's not going to be here for the first 30 minutes, but he's going to catch us really, really soon. Old Pelon is in here. Glad to have him. Great support of the channel. There's Mr. Wisco Detect. Always glad to have Wisco in here supporting us. We appreciate him. Matt was in here earlier, Metal Detecting Texas. Always appreciate Matt. Matt's a big beach hunter down in Texas. Just went through the hurricane and all the other things that were going on down there. But super excited that Matt was able to drop by. Gary and the Goose, Gary N. Glad to have him in here with us. Mr. Chris is always super supportive of our channel. We appreciate him. One of my hunting partners, Mr. Surfside Dan. Always love Dan being here with us. Dan's a wealth of knowledge. So sure we'll hear some things from Dan tonight as well. Tesh Ridge Digger is in here. Glad to have Tesh Ridge Digger. Always a super supporter of the channel. Triple D, Mr. Dirt Devil Detecting himself. Appreciate you being in here with us tonight, Mr. Dirt Devil Detecting. And, of course, you guys know he makes the remote holders for your Deus too. Definitely give him a shout if you're interested in one. Michael and I use that product. We both love that product a
lot.
He's
got a great intro song. I think I sent it to you, the little video, the short he had earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that for sure. Let's see here. Mr. LC Hunt, glad to have LC in here. Mr. Rito Marcella, glad to have Rito in here. Always a great support of the channel. Miss Bells is in the house. Always super to have Bells. Bells is awesome. She's everywhere too, guys. And just a super, super nice lady. And I've met her personally. Just a very, very nice person. And all of y'all would like Bells too. She's just really, really good. Very knowledgeable metal detectors. As well. Mr. Head Hacker Coin Slayer, glad to have him in here with us. Mr. Sniff It Out is in the house. Glad to have him. Workman's Adventure, which we're always super excited to have him with us. Trying not to miss anybody. Mr. Lance is in the house. Glad to have Lance. Lance,
Hey,
Lance, hope you're doing great. I know he's in a steamy part of the country as well, just like Michael and I. And we're all dealing with some incredible heat. And but it looks like we might have some rain coming our way, Michael. So
maybe too much.
Yeah, maybe too much rain. So we'll see what happens there. Mr. Kerry Pope is in here. Mr. James Bazell. Always glad to have James in here. Digging Dudes in here with us. Glad to have him. Ricky Bennett, as always a great support of the channel. Bart Cubbins is in here with us tonight, Michael. David Frazier's in here with us tonight. Super excited to have him. Stoneman's Adventures is in here. Glad to have him in here with us tonight. Mr. Mark Traylor is here with us. David Becker in the house. Southern Illinois Outside. Glad to have him with us tonight. Doug Atkins is in the house. Always glad to have Doug. David Frazier's in the house. Glad to have David. Trying to get everybody. Michael, Mr. PG Digger. Appreciate him being in here. Wilton 925. Always a pleasure to have Wilton with us. Mr. Brett Ellis. And we appreciate him. Appreciate Brett being in here with us. Damien in the house. Damien's also a great support of the channel. Detector 2 Guns, always a great support of the channel as well. Gosh, we got a lot of people in here. Mr. Chris Counter is coming to us live from England. So always super excited to have Chris. Chris has a fantastic group on Facebook. Check out his Facebook group, the Deus 2 Facebook group. I know he would appreciate that, and we appreciate Chris being with us. Mr. Joe Dirt, thank you, Joe, for the donation. We appreciate that. All those donations go straight back to the channel, and we just enjoy being here with you guys, talking metal detecting, talking metal detectors, just having a good time hanging out. So we appreciate you guys being in here. Mr. Jesse Britt in here with us. There he goes, and Chris put up Chris Counter, the XP Deus 2 group. So we appreciate
Good evening, Chris.
Yes, and Chris was on here a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully you guys check that out. And again, Chris has got a fantastic group over there on Facebook. Check it out if you haven't already. If you're a Deus 2 user, tons of information over there. Great finds, all those types of things. We appreciate Chris being on with us tonight because it's pretty late over there in the UK. Yeah. And then Michael.
It is. What is it, about 12?
It's what, 6 hours, 5 hours, I think, in front of us.
5 hours.
Yeah,
okay.
So yeah, it's pretty late over there. It's getting 12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere in that range.
Right.
I think he can tell us for sure. So Metal Detecting Texas is getting ready to head out for his hunt. So again, that's going to happen real soon. So Michael, we got some great things we're going to talk about tonight, and we got a couple of 12:40 a.m. is what he said. So there you go. He's hanging out with us at 12:40 a.m. Metal Detecting Northwestern Wisconsin. Glad to have him in here. And we got some great things we're going to talk about. A couple of things. First off, members. If you're a member, we are doing a membership live stream on Sunday night. And for you guys that are members, we are going to have some giveaways. We're going to have some other things going on. I want you guys to think about some things that you would like to see that we can do for you guys on the members only channel. So think about that, and you guys can tell me on Sunday night some things that you might want to see, some things that you're interested in, and so on. But that will be Sunday night. So get ready, members. We appreciate you guys on Sunday nights joining us, and we're going to have some giveaways and some other things for you guys. So that's going to be something good that you guys can look forward to. Again, super, super excited about doing our members only because we just have a great time, and we've got so many knowledgeable people that are on here, and we share a lot of that information with each other. And that's what this is all about, sharing information and just getting as much out of our metal detecting hobby as we can. So we got a couple other people that dropped in. Michael, let's give them some shout outs. Keep digging metal detecting. Glad to have him on here. Jerome Al Morris is in the house. Glad to have him with us. Thank you, Detector 2 Guns. And I think Detector 2 Guns is down in Florida, but we appreciate him. Always been on here supporting the channel. So we appreciate him and making all this stuff possible. These live streams do cost money for us to do. We pay a fee to do use this service. So again, I appreciate you guys. It keeps our channel alive. DCM Detects, all the way from South Carolina. Glad to have him in here. And Doug Atkins, appreciate you, Doug. Always a great supporter of the channel as well. Thank you guys so much. So one of the things, Michael, do you want to do the big reveal of what we got coming up? Our next two guests that are going to be on here. Do you want to tell everyone?
Well, I know we're going to have, I don't know which order it's going to be in.
Well, that's all right. Just tell them. They want to hear this. This is going to be good. We're
going to have Debbie from Mind Lab on, and we're going to have Relic from Not on.
Okay.
Coming up. And you're pretty sure on the date as far as Relic, but not.
I am.
Not sure.
The date for Nocta is actually going to be August the 23rd. So mark that down on your calendars. If you're a Nocta user, you want to hear things about Nocta metal detectors, we are going to have Delic and Mark on here on August the 23rd. Debbie's date I haven't confirmed yet, but she says she wants to do it. And so we're going to have Mind Lab on here. So for you guys that are Mind Lab guys, we're going to have Debbie on here too. And they're going to be here to answer all your questions, whether you're a Nocta guy and you got a Nocta machine and you want to learn a little bit more about the legend or the triple score or the double score, or any of those great machines that Nocta's releasing, as well as when we have Debbie on, you guys that are Manicore users, Equinox users, Xterra Elite users, Xterra Pro, Equinox 800, 900, 700, 600, whatever it may be, Debbie will be on here to take your questions. And we're real excited to bring both of those guests to you guys and have them here on our live stream exclusively. So again, we're excited about those guys coming on. We've got a bunch of content coming too. So a lot of great things happening. Again, I'm right in the middle of beginning school and doing some other things. So y'all bear with me, and I'll try to get as much content and some things out over the next few weeks.
That's covering, the major manufacturers pretty much. Yes. I mean, and that's good. And I mean, you can ask them yourself the questions. If you have any questions about any of the machines, we've had XP.
We've had XP.
We've had Garrett, and
we had Garrett, right? And now we're going to have Mind Lab, and now we're going to have Nocta. So we're going to cover all the major manufacturers, and they're coming on with us, and you guys are going to be able to ask some of those questions, and hopefully get some of that stuff answered. They're going to talk about their machines, maybe what's coming up in the future with those machines. And so it should be two great shows with both of those excellent guests. And we are super excited about both of those guys being on here with us. And
one thing I wondered about, and I'm sure a lot of people have too, we know there's going to be a update for, with the XP machine.
Right.
But I've wondered, are they going to have another one? And maybe Debbie can kind of give us an idea. Are they going to have another one for the Manicore?
Yeah, that's a great question. Knows Digging just gave us $5. We appreciate him. Thank you so much for the donation. Just wanted to recognize that as well. Again, you guys support us, and we appreciate that. Don't Tread on Me says he just wants to know where I can pre-order the yet to be released AS2 coil. I don't know. Philippe came on here and he talked to us about that coil. So as soon as that's going to be available, we'll find out for sure. And as soon as I know something, I promise you, I will pass that along to you and let you guys know, hey, go pre-order your machine. If you are going to pre-order, Joel is our main guy as far as getting you product. I'm going to put his information across the bottom if you would like to get that new coil whenever it is available. give Joel a shout, give Joel a try, let him see if he can get that for you and get it out to you very quick, which he does, and so on. Go ahead, Michael. What you want to say?
Chris wanted to know where Baby Squatch was. He's at football practice.
Yeah, Baby Squatch is football practice.
It's his birthday today, too.
Yeah, happy birthday to Nate. He's not on here with us, but Nate's awesome dude, awesome kid. And we were super excited to go hunting with him just a few weeks ago. But don't tread on me. Just be patient. As soon as it happens, hopefully we'll be the first to tell you. But as soon as it happens, we're going to let you guys know. XP has been very generous with us. And, of course, you guys know they came on our show. That's the first time they've ever gone on any U.S. YouTuber. So again, hopefully they'll be keeping us in the loop, which I was told I would be in the loop for knowing some of that information. So y'all be patient, hang tight. That Deus 2 coil is coming. Michael, what are you looking forward to out of that Deus 2 coil?
Well, I enjoyed using it on the Deus 1, just that small footprint. And I don't know about the frequencies yet, but just the size of it, I enjoyed that. And I like the battery in the shaft myself.
Right.
I like that better because you were able to switch. You could switch that battery out, if you needed to. And I think it kind of balanced it a little bit more being in that. And I think it was better on EMI with it being in the shaft. But that's that's one of the things, and we know that there's going to be an update with that coil.
Yeah, well, he said that in the live stream. So yeah, that's going to be real interesting. And again, I think that's going to be awesome. Shout out to Luis Villarreal. Appreciate him being in here. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name, but thank you for being in here tonight with us. We got a question from Head Hacker Coin Slayer. He says, I have a question. I have the WS6 Master, and I also have a Nocta Legend and an AT Max. I was thinking about selling the Nocta and Garrett to be able to buy the full control box. Is it worth it? Well, again, it depends. You want to answer that one, Michael?
Well, I mean, if you enjoy using the WS6 Master more than the other two, then I would say go for that full remote. But if you still enjoy using the Legend and the AT Max from time to time, then you may want to keep those. But if you find yourself using that WS6 Master most of the time, it would probably be worth it.
Right.
To upgrade.
Right. And, again, it depends on what you like, what you're used to. Right. If you really like that WS6 Master, just like what Michael said, then yeah, I'd go for the full remote package. Wouldn't you, Michael?
I would too.
Yeah, I would. You won't regret it. I can promise you that. The Deus 2 is an awesome machine. And again, we are super excited to show and feature the Deus 2 on this channel. And again, having XP on here has been a big, big help. Digging Daryl says, I knew you would get Debbie to come on. And Digging Daryl said, go ask Debbie. And I knew Debbie would. I was just waiting to see when she was going to get a time in to where she would do it. And we appreciate her coming on. And hopefully I will have a firm date for you guys, which I'm hoping it'll be in the month of August. As football season is going to start cranking up, Michael's hoping it'll be in the month of August, as we might, and we'll talk about this as we go through the show, we might end up moving from Friday night, as Michael's son, Baby Squatch, is going to be playing football on Friday night. And of course, I'm starting my season too as well. And we may end up moving nights, but if we do, we'll let you guys know. And when that happens, we'll keep you guys in the loop, because again, we don't want you to miss a single show, and we love you guys being in here with us. So we appreciate that. There's Jerome. He said, does anyone know if Fisher Labs is coming out with any new detectors? I have not heard anything from Fisher. Now, there was one point, and you guys know I'm on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all the other social media platforms as well. And there was a point where Fisher was putting out a ton of videos on Instagram, which made me think that they might be getting ready to come out with something. But since then, and that was back at the beginning of the summer, but since then it's sort of slowed down. So I really don't know what's going on with Fisher. I know what was the last machine they had was sort of a beach machine, a pulse induction machine.
Was it the something pulse? I can't remember what it was, but it was it wouldn't really, they didn't advertise it a whole lot.
It was sort of weird. It was a knob
Yeah.
job too, as far as one of those machines, but I just don't know about Fisher. I haven't seen anything or heard anything, but I appreciate the question, Jerome. I can't answer that one. I don't know.
I've had one time, I don't know about you, Brian, but I had an F75 and
Right.
it was a good machine, Relic machine. It could get a little noisy at times, but it would find the stuff for sure. Like I said, it was a good machine, in
So
its time.
Digging Dude brings up another question. He says, I'm becoming more and more concerned regarding the 789 issue, especially with the continuing test I've been doing. Digging Dude, have you tried sensitive full tones? And if you have, did you see the 789 with sensitive full tones? Because that's what we run on the sweeper program. And I don't have that issue. Like a lot of people are saying with running fast and any of those other programs. I will say this, those other programs are showing that 789. I don't see it as much on the sensitive full tones. And, it's just, I don't know that that's the answer for it, but I do feel like it works better than the other programs, if
Right.
that helps in any way.
Guys, if you don't want, some people don't like using full tones. If you don't, you don't have to run full tones. You can just run that sensitive full tones as your base program if you want to run pitch or
Right.
2 tones, 5 tones. But it seems to work better with those filters on sensitive full tones.
Right. And I know part of our show tonight was to talk a little bit about some of the settings we use. And again, I'm going to keep pushing sensitive full tones. Michael and I have been using sensitive full tones with the sweeper program. And we know it works. It works for us in our area. I'm not saying it's going to work in your area, but it does work in our area, in our soil. And I'm not fire with it. You can go back and watch plenty of videos that I've done with the sweeper, and you'll see that program just performs like a champ. Michael saw me have one of the best metal detecting days I've ever had running that sweeper program. And that was on a Relic site loaded with iron, and just went in there and just really just crushed it. How many King Georges did I do? Four King Georges.
He hurt my feelings that day.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I mean, I was just on fire. I dug 4 King George the thirds. I dug a half real, and I dug a piece of coin silver jewelry, all in the same day using that sweeper program.
I should have just put my machine down and ran the camera that day.
You found a coin that day too, though, didn't you? Find a KG as well? You did.
I did. Yeah.
I knew you did. So yeah, but we had a ball that day. But the sweeper program and that sensitive full tone setup just really works well for us. And I would strongly advise, if you're a relic hunter and you're hunting in iron, sensitive full tone seems to do the best as far as that goes. It does for us, at least. Doug Atkins says, with the new Deus 2 coil, is the bottom of the shaft different size to accommodate the battery?
I don't think it is. It's the same size.
No, if they go the same route that they went with the Deus 1, then it should be the same thing. So
I think they made the battery to accommodate that shaft. That's what they did. It's the same. It fits right into it, so it works with any of the lower shafts.
Yeah. A lot of people are wishing Nate a happy birthday. I know I'm behind on the comments. And
thank you, Daryl. I'll tell him.
We had a few people. Digging Daryl says happy birthday. Chris says happy birthday. Bell says happy birthday. Ricky Bennett says happy birthday, Nate, and so on. So we appreciate them. Damian Thorne's got a question for us. I was wondering, since the Deus 2 coils already go to 40 kilohertz, what will we benefit from with a much higher frequency? Here's what I can tell you about that higher frequency. I can tell you that when you go up higher in those frequencies, you can knock out EMI really well, especially under power lines. The other thing,
Gold.
you're digging small targets such as
Yeah.
gold, that higher frequency will do really well. So those are the two advantages that I know of when you start going up in those higher frequencies. But you're going to dig some small targets. Some of
Right.
us may not want to
Yeah.
dig some of those small targets. Like that site that I have that's just loaded with little pieces of lead. Michael,
Hmm.
we might be digging lead for days.
Yeah. If there was, a field where they, there was a lot of dove hunting and there's pellets everywhere, you're going to be digging those. I mean,
Right,
it's just really sensitive.
right. David Frazier says, "Is this going to be an elliptical?" And the answer was yes from Philippe.
Yeah.
It is going to be an elliptical coil. Yes, Luis Villarreal says Fisher has the Fisher Impulse PI detector. I think that was
Right.
the one that they sent
Yep.
out.
That's it. Yeah.
So yes, and we appreciate you guys asking these questions. Brian and Brian, I don't know how to say your last name. I'm just going to say Brian. What sensitivity do you usually run on the M9 coil? And that's another thing that we wanted to discuss tonight too. My next video that I'm going to put up shows me with the M9 coil. Michael and I have found out that 19 and 20 tend to run very stable with the Manicore you running the M9 coil. Right, Michael? Can you elaborate any more on that?
It does. I've seen it seems the higher. I mean, you think it wouldn't work like this, but the higher you go with the sensitivity, it tends to distort the signal more. The
Great.
sweet spot we found is anywhere from 18 maybe to 22 with any of those coils.
Yeah, and but I think running those smaller coils, I think you do
Yeah,
have to drop down 20 or below. I think it
right.
runs the best doing that.
Well,
And like I
especially
said,
in iron. Yeah,
this next hunt, and I've got a clip that I'm going to show in just a few minutes using the M9 coil. But this next hunt that you guys are going to see, I'm going to really be talking a lot about the screen, what I'm hearing, and that kind of stuff. So I think you're going to get a lot of information. And you guys know, whenever I go out and hunt, of course I test everything before I go out and hunt. I test it in my boards that I got set up or in my backyard. And then I go out and hunt with it, and I make sure that it's running proper or the way that I think it's going to. And then I go out and I hunt with it and see if it works. And it's interesting once you get out in the field how some of those things could change, because of course control tests are good. They can give you some really good information. But once you put it out in the field, you really, to
hmm,
me, you learn the most about that machine, because
right.
you're going to learn the tonal nuances. You're going to learn what's on the screen. You're going to learn the audio. You're going to learn all those things out in the field more so than just swinging around in your backyard sometimes. And that's where I think I've gotten the most knowledge about the Manicore and the Deus too, at running it in that way, testing it a little bit in my backyard, seeing what's working, seeing what I think is happening with it, and then applying it to the field. And then that way I can sort of tell, hey, this is working, or this isn't working. And I know Michael does the same thing, right, Michael?
Yes, that's right. And by the way, you got to go back out there and find my pocket knife here pretty
Yeah,
quick.
Michael lost his pocket knife. So we'll have to definitely go back out there. So let's, Michael, I'm behind on comments. So let's see what we got here. Digging Dude, I'm going to go back to him. He says, I wasn't having an issue on sensitive full tones, but I thought I found a different one. I did so many damn tests. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Sensitive full tones is the only one that I found too, Digging Dude, that will work. And I think there's other people that have alluded that is the only one that works. Of course, Michael and I were Johnny on the spot with this, ahead of pretty much everybody. We realized right out of the gate that sensitive full tones was the program that worked the best in unmasking situations, and we were all on it.
Right.
And that was right after the update. It was within a month after that update that
Yeah, we
Michael
got
and
out
I,
there and
yeah,
tested it and hunted with it,
right.
and
we were all on it, and we were correct in that, and we're not always right, but we were correct in that one. That sensitive full tones really works very well in those situations and unmasking situations. So
Right.
again, I would, if you're a relic hunter, you're hunting in iron, sensitive full tones is the best program at unmasking. It also has very, very, very good depth, doesn't it, Michael?
It really does. I mean, it's one of the deepest programs on that machine.
Yeah, I think so too. I would make that argument. If you're out, not on the beach, but if you were relic hunting, it's definitely, in a field, whatever it may be, it's definitely a deep, deep program for sure. Joe Dirt
Right.
says that he saw about 6 weeks ago, he saw a video about Fisher's new PI detector. And I haven't seen that one, Joe Dirt, but if you want to, you can share it to me. I'd love to see that because I haven't seen that yet, but maybe it is out there. I'd love to see that for sure. James says the F-75 was a great coin machine as well as relics. Yeah, F-75 back in the day, that was a killer machine. Like I said, Michael had
Yeah.
one. Michael, you liked that machine, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. If you could get it, as far as Civil War hunting, you would. It kind of was susceptible to EMI, but if you were out in the woods, relic hunting or whatever, you get it to run smooth. It was a good machine. You could find
Right.
some good stuff.
Doug Atkins says he runs the sweeper programs. He doesn't see the 789, and that's what we're hearing across the board.
Right.
Digging Dude said that he actually mentioned it to Calabash, but he says, I think I may have found something else, but it's too early. I need to do some more testing. Well, share it with us. We'd love to hear it, love to see it for sure, Digging Dude. I appreciate you being willing to put that out there. I'd like to know because I've tested all those programs and almost all of them outside of sensitive full tones give me the 789.
Right.
What happens though? What happens if you notch out 789 on the fast program? I think I've tried that though, didn't I, Michael? At some point?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. As far as classifying those mass targets, and that's where it's putting them. So if you mask it out, I don't know where they will show up, in
Yeah,
the scale. So I don't know.
right. Digging Dude says that his program is based on sensitive full tones, very similar to the sweeper.
Oh,
And
okay.
and that's what a lot of people are using. I mean, if you're a relic hunter, that's the program you want to have. Rito says that he doesn't see the 789 issue at all. And it could be just the type of nails that we see in our area too, and in other areas
Right.
where we're
You
seeing
know,
that
I don't
789.
think it's as big a problem as a lot. We may think it is. I mean, we've used it and we have seen that, but it's not really that big of a problem. I think. What do you think, Brian?
It's just not as big of a problem as I see some people complaining about.
Right. I
Maybe
agree with that.
and again, I'm not saying that it's not a problem for other people. What I am saying is I just don't see it as much as some other people are claiming. And it might be the
Right.
type of nails that we have here in South Carolina or in North Carolina. Maybe it's that, but we just saw some other people say, "Hey, I don't have a 789 issue," and
Yeah.
so I don't know, Michael. That's a good question. USMC 615 says, "Happy birthday, Mr. Nate. Happy birthday. Don't tread on me, metal detector." You got to tell Nate he got a bunch of birthday wishes on here tonight.
I will.
Glad to have
Absolutely.
Bubba Smith in here. What's up, man? JB wants to know what's the news on the Vortex VX9. The last thing that I heard, of course, you guys that were on the live stream that we did with Garrett, the last thing that I heard and that I saw, and y'all can see Garrett's, I still got Garrett's logo up there, but y'all can see that there was a memo or something that was released, I think this week, saying that they had pushed back the shipping date into September. So what does that tell me? That just tells me that they're still trying to refine this machine, and I
Right.
don't think they want to release it until they've sort of got all their things sorted out, whatever it may be. And Steve Moore was very generous to come on here last weekend, and we
Right. I
appreciate
don't.
it.
You
We
know,
appreciate
the way Steve told us, you know, he was basically is, you know, they can either wait a little bit and put these updates on the machine before they ship it, and the consumer won't have to you know, they won't have to go on there and update it, or they can just wait a little bit and
right,
update it themselves, you know. So,
right.
I mean, I think they chose to go ahead and add these features, you know, to save the consumer from having to do it later on. So,
Right, right. And you know, I don't know what they're actually adding, what they're actually doing. Steve was sort of vague about that. I'm just going to be honest with you, but we'll see what happens with the Vortex. Maybe I'll get my hands on one, and maybe I'll be able to take it out and use it hunting and test it a little bit and just sort of see what's going on with it. But regardless, whatever it is, if I do get my hands on one, I'm going to try to set it up and give anybody that buys that machine, give you the best possible settings that you could use with that machine if you choose to buy one. And again, we'll see. Nobody really knows at this point. We've gotten some things, you know, from over in Europe. I think there, and somebody asked me this question the other day, Michael. They said, why do we only see a lot of the Vortex videos over in Europe? And you and I think, sort of figured it out. They're really testing that thin coin mode, which is going to be really good on those small, thin, hammered coins. And they want this machine to sort of take hold in Europe as well as here in the United States. Michael and I feel like that maybe that thin coin mode might end up being the one that we use for relic hunting. I don't know yet, but that's a possibility, you know, with it doing that way. What do you think, Michael?
I think so. I mean, I think that would work just as good on, say, buttons. You know, a lot of those hammer coins kind of they ring up lower in that range of like a button. So, um, I would think that would be a good relic program in the
I would
States as well.
I would think so too. Trevor
Because
Van Horn, glad to have
what do
him on.
we
Go ahead, Michael.
what do we tell them what we use on the mana core? It's low conductor,
We use
and that's
all-terrain load
basically what
conductors. And I'm
that's what
telling
it's
you,
for.
Michael and I have tried fast, and we've tried all-terrain low conductors on the mana core. And I still believe, Michael, that all-terrain low conductors performs better than fast as
I
far as
believe it does.
I think
And
the audio performs better
yeah,
in all-terrain low conductors. And I could be wrong on that, but that's just what I've seen running the Manicore. And I love the Manicore, and I love the M9 coil. I think that was a home run releasing that coil with that machine. It definitely changed that machine all the way around. So if you're interested in a Manicore, I would strongly suggest getting the M9 coil to go along with it. You won't be disappointed, will they, Michael?
no, they won't. Give
No.
Joel a call. His number's going
Yeah,
across the screen right now.
that's right. Don't know where Joel is tonight, but he's being represented.
He's
Joe
digging
Dirt,
gold.
yeah, that's right. The Fisher PI on the vid was still in development. That's probably what I figured. Thank you, Chris. He says, remember to hit that like button. I know I don't say that enough, so thank you, Chris. Yes, please hit that like button. That definitely helps us out with the algorithm. So we appreciate you guys being here and sharing information with everyone tonight. Dirt Devil Detecting says he says silence is out of you if you notch the 789. Right. But does it silence the audio of the actual tone? You know, that's the one thing I can't figure out. And I've
Yeah,
tried notching out, and I've notched out 789, and I still will get a better ID running it that way. But you know, is that actually working? I don't know. But I've run it without notching out 789, and I still get a fairly decent ID. It may be a little lower than what the target rings up, but it's in the ballpark. And I would rather look at that number and see it's in the ballpark than to see a 789. Wouldn't you, Michael?
I would too. You're exactly right.
Yes, definitely. USMC says the Calabash said Nocta has an update in the works for the triple score for the beach mode. And I've run the triple score on the beach. Now, I did not see, but I don't have a lot of iron on my beach either. So, maybe I just didn't dig any deep targets, Michael. And there are not a lot of targets on my beach, unfortunately.
Right.
So I don't know about that at this point. But apparently Nocta is working on some things to try to improve the triple score. And maybe by the time Delic comes on here, some of those things might have been changed a little bit to improve that machine. All I know is for less than $500, that's a killer machine at that price.
Right.
Regardless of the issue of it hitting a 12-inch dime it's making calling it iron, it's still a good machine, isn't it, Michael?
It is, and I mean, we've seen, some things with the legend in the past, but I'm certain they'll get this machine right.
Sure.
They're pretty good about releasing updates, and like I said, I think it's coming to
Oh
fix
yeah, Nocta.
whatever
Nocta's
problem they
all
got.
over it right now,
Yeah,
and kudos to Nocta. Really, like I said, they're a very competitive company. They want to be in the mix. They want to try to do well, and they're very responsive to things. So we'll see what happens with that triple score, and we'll move on from there. But right now, I like the triple score. I really do. I like the Legend. I think they're both good machines. I like the double score, Michael. You
yeah.
got a multi-frequency machine less than $500. That's a home run to me, regardless of how deep it is. So we'll see what happens with that. Workman's Adventure says that he said, I'll be getting the M9 soon. You're going to love the M9. I
Yeah.
really like that coil. It's just a very good coil on that machine. Rito Marcella says, I hope the new elliptical coil is released before Christmas, as I know what I'm getting from Santa. I agree. I hope
I
it
got a
comes
feeling
before.
it will be. Yeah,
Well, he hinted that it was going to be soon.
right.
Be patient, guys. As soon as I know something, I promise you, I will get that out to you. And XP has told me, hey, they're going to get me one of these coils. So hopefully I'll have that very soon.
Well,
And
XP knows that the fall and the winter time is
yeah,
when most people do, relic hunting. So I would think they're going to try their best to get that coal out
right.
before that time. So
David Frazier asked a good question. Does anyone know if MindLab's going to update EMI on Equinox 900 or 700? Man, I don't know.
they had an update
They did, but
recently.
the update was to add the -1
Right.
feature on those machines, and I like that -1 feature. By the way, we tried it on the Elite with Nate the other day when we were out hunting. Nate felt like on the Elite, it faults a little bit more running it with that -1. Of course, again, this site was really loaded with iron. And then, of course, we let him use the Manicore, and it was all over with. he was done, wasn't he, Michael? He
Yeah.
knew he could tell the difference between the Elite and the Manicore whenever we started letting him use that as well. Doug Atkins says, Rita, he says, when you talk to Santa, let him know I want one too. Tell Santa he won't. Those M9 coils are hot, guys. I'm telling you, I love that coil. And I've got a clip I'm getting ready to show you about the M9. We're going to show that in just a minute. We've got so many people on here right now. We got over 60 people right now. Trevor says, I'm very happy to hear Nocta is working to improve the triple. They will. Nocta does a good job. Guys,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that. They're going to take care of those machines and try to do the right thing. And I think when y'all see Delic on here and we start asking her some of these questions, you're going to hear the same thing over and over and over again. And Nocta's a solid company for sure. Ron Brenton says, if you had to choose, which would it be, triple score or Xterra Elite? He wants to put us on the spot, Michael.
Whichever machine features you like the best is what I would say, because I mean they're really close in performance. I mean
I
it'd
can
be
think of
tough.
some things.
Yeah.
I can think of some things that one machine has over the other. I can think of
Right.
some things where that one machine has some positives over the other too.
I
If
do
we
think the triple score, as far as the what you get for the money. You know, the $4.99 that
Was
with the
really
coil.
479, Michael, is what I've
Or
been
four
hearing.
seventy
So
nine.
479, you get a triple score, you get headphones, you get that full package there with it.
Right.
That's a pretty dang good deal. The Xterra Elite, what I like with it is that
Yeah.
-1 feature. I think the ID on the Xterra Elite might be a little more stable,
Yeah.
Michael.
It's improved big time, I know, over the original Xterra. I mean, it's
Right, it
it's
is.
a lot
It's
more
totally
stable.
different, and I
Yeah.
think that the Xterra Elite, well, both of them unmasked really about the same. I think the Xterra Elite will give you a better ID in some cases. Yeah,
Mhm.
it just depends. Like I said, it really both have great qualities to them. Triple Score
Yeah.
does have the iron volume that you can adjust. The Xterra Elite, of course, has the you can put it into all metal mode, or you can take out the iron if you want to with the notch. So there are pros and cons to both machines. Triple Score has that Relic mode. Um, you know, the Relic mode, I think, was really designed for the European audience more so to hunt
Mhm.
for hordes and deeper targets. I think that's what it was designed for. The mineralized soil that is a little bit tough, then that's where that Relic mode sort of comes into play. But the Triple Score has some great features. Xterra
Mhm.
Elite has some great features. It's a toss up for me. But I think price wise, if price is a big deal for you, or you're used to running a Nocta machine, then it's definitely the triple score. If you're a MindLab person and you've been running a MindLab machine and you like MindLab tones, you like MindLab products, then the Xterra Elite. That's the only thing I can say at this point. What do
Right.
you think, Michael?
I agree with you. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yes. Surfside Dan says there may not be a bunch of targets on the beach, but there are some really good ones. Now, how would I know that? Yeah, there sure are, Dan, for sure. Trevor Van Horn says recently acquired an AccuPoint pinpointer. Very impressed with that as well. Yeah, not to make some solid stuff for sure. Arthur Schwartz says, has anyone tried the 789 problem with single frequency? Yeah, but the problem is, why would you run a single frequency if you got a multi-frequency machine? But single frequencies do serve a purpose in some cases. Sometimes you can flip over to those single frequencies and they can really help you in identifying some targets that the multi might be a little bit shaky on. Right, Michael?
Right. Right. And a lot of times, they're going to be better on if you got a high EMI area as well.
Sure, right. Lance says, sure, the triple score is already good, but if they can make it even better, then why not? Of course. Why not? Why not make it better? They're going to do it. I promise you. Delic and Nocta will do it and make sure that it's there for sure. Let's see here. Lance says, Detect just released a 13-inch coil for the Legend. I have not seen that. It's supposed to be
Mm.
much lighter than the Nocta brand 13-inch coil. That would be interesting, Lance.
Yeah.
I have to check on that. Lance, send me a link to that if you can. I'd love to see that coil. I have not seen that yet. So that's interesting. Digging Dude comes back. He says, program sensitive full tones, usual elevated nail, one side of coin and the other on the plain other side of coin. And nickel actually gets raised a higher VDI number to 8182 in my sensitive full tones program with its frequency set, max frequency set at 24 kilohertz. What do you think, Michael?
That's pretty interesting. So
Well,
it's
again,
raised. Yeah.
he's using sensitive full tone, but he's
Right.
getting a VDI number of 8182, which again, that I would rather dig a 8182 than a 789 any day.
Right. You're gonna dig that. I mean, no doubt. If you're getting a
Thank you for sharing
8182.
that, Digging Dude. I appreciate that so much. We appreciate that. So that is better to me than the 789. Please, someone repeat this experiment. Yeah. So you guys just saw that. Go try it. Digging Dude just gave us, something to try. Go try it out. Let me know if you like it. I'll try it out eventually, and we'll see what's going on with it. But thank you, Digging Dude. I appreciate you doing that. Bobby Short's on here. He said, hey, guys, it's been a long day. Glad to have you on here, Bobby. Appreciate you being in here with us tonight. Rito Marcella says, how does higher frequency reduce EMI? Because it seems like some of those electrical power lines will run at those frequencies, and you can or run at those different frequencies that are lower than the higher frequency, and you can knock it out. Now I have a Rudis, and the one thing I can tell you about the Rudis is it actually lets you select the frequency that you want to get rid of, which I think is really cool. But yeah, the higher frequency does help reduce the EMI. You can run it right under power lines. I'm talking about big power lines and not hear a chirp out of it. And again, if you're struggling with EMI, you can also go to a single frequency as well in some cases. But of course, you get hampered because you can't run multi-frequency. The multi-frequency machines are plagued, but I will say this, MindLab somehow or another has figured out how to deal with that EMI in the multi-frequency with the Manicore. The Manicore is by far one of the best machines at dealing with EMI in a multi-frequency machine. Is that not right, Michael?
It is. It's one of the best ones I've seen, for sure.
And David Fraser just basically, I didn't even see his comment till just now. He says, I heard the Manicore does a super job on EMI, which it does. It does a great job on EMI, which you're just not going to find any better machine on EMI than the MyLab Manicore. Just does a really good job. Ricky Bennett says, I wish MyLab would sell the Manicore with just the M9 coil. I agree. Michael and I have already said this. We might not ever even take the M9 coil off of our machine. That's how good we like the M9 coil. And Workman's Adventure says, David Fraser, it does. Appreciate you, Dirt Devil Detecting. Appreciate you being in here with us tonight. Thank you so much. Edward G says, I'm late coming in, but wanted to say hello to everyone. Definitely will have to go back and watch the earlier part later. Yeah, we made a couple of big announcements. We've basically been talking about the Deus 2, the Manicore, the Nocta. We talked a little bit about Garrett. So Edward G, you can go back and watch that, and hopefully you can get some information. Digging Daryl again says, everyone hit that like button. Thank you, Digging Daryl. Again, yes, please hit the like button. We appreciate it. So again, we're going to have a lot of things coming out. And of course, you guys have heard Nocta is with the triple score. They are working on some things to try to improve a couple of those programs, the Relic mode. They're trying to improve the beach mode a little bit with the triple score. But Nocta is very, very proactive and reactive all at the same time about what they're doing. So it'll be interesting to see. Rito Marcellus says, I heard that too, David. What frequency does the Manicore run on? And that makes you wonder, Michael, do you think the Manicore might be running at a higher frequency than 40 kilohertz on their programs, on their multi-frequency to get rid of that EMI? That's a good, Rito, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. We, well, I mean, yeah, that is a good question. I mean, we heard that the, what is it, the Elite, could be running. It only goes to what, the single frequency of 25, is that right? Or is it 15?
No, Michael.
But we know the multi, goes up to the higher ranges, like, similar to the Manicore.
Right.
But I think it's kind of a little bit limited on the single frequency. But, that's a good question. They haven't really told, what they're operating.
No, and they're probably not going to reveal that information because, again, they don't want other companies to try to copy them. So that's definitely a question. Edward G says, I like running the LG24 with 40 kilohertz in parts on the top lots at times, and I'm sure it does great. And I bet those targets scream at you running at 40 kilohertz for sure. I like 40 kilohertz because you can find a lot of small targets as well as the gold. 40 kilohertz does really well with gold as well. Lance says that when he gets over a 789 VDI, he checks it with a single frequency, and which is what I just said. You can sometimes flip over to those single frequencies to check targets. and that will help you in those cases. Teresa's on here. Glad to have you, Teresa. She says, hello, detecting friends. Glad to have you here. AC Guy says, I missed a bit of the show. Is XP putting out an elliptical? Yes. The coil will be an elliptical coil, will be a 5x9 or 5x8. They haven't really said, he just said it will be an elliptical coil. So I expect those as well. Thank you, Lance, for sending me an email for that. Digging Dude says, Brian, I'll have to send an email tomorrow. Too much to try to explain in comments. Send it to me, Digging Dude. I'd love to see it as well. So appreciate that. Rito says 4 through 40 in the multi. Okay, so there you go, 4 through 40. Let's see what else. Well, we were talking about the Manicore, how it handles EMI, and Teresa, as well as we were talking about why we think higher frequencies do better with EMI and so on. So that's sort of all the way across the board. So again, Teresa says she loves her Deus 2. The Deus 2, does an excellent job. Bobby Short says, I've noticed the Manicore snuffs out the EMI better, and I can increase the sensitivity. And it does. We just got through saying that the Manicore is probably one of the best multi-frequency machines that handles EMI more so than a lot of the other machines as well. Lance says he just sent a picture and a link to the new Detect Coil for the Legend to your Facebook Messenger. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Yeah. Ohio Fred says, yeah, we're talking a variety, but we've been all over the place tonight. But that's the good thing. I've got all of these machines. So anything you guys are asking me about, I've got the machine. I've got the Legend. I've got the triple score. I got the double score. We've got the Xterra Elite. We've got the Manicore. We have the Deus 2. So we're all over the place. But again, that makes it a lot of fun as well. And Buddy Williamson says, hey, David, he said, just get the Manicore and sell the 900. The 900 is a great machine. I don't use my 900 as much as I probably need to, but I like the 900 as well. Ohio Fred wants to know, when is Nocta coming as a guest? That will be August the 23rd, Ohio Fred. So mark that down on your calendar. We will have Nocta, we'll have Delic and Mark on here with us on August the 23rd. So be prepared for that, and I'll make sure that I let you guys know, and you guys can come on here, and we'll have a blast talking to Delic and Mark, and they'll be glad to share all kinds of great information. Rito Marcel says, I think wireless is harder to get rid of EMI. Like when you have anything wireless, you always get interference. I agree. Yeah, anytime you have anything wireless, EMI does cause a problem. Trevor says, now is definitely a great time to pick up the hobby. Lots of competition between manufacturers, and they're listening to their users. What a time to be alive. And it is. And you guys have heard me say this 100 times. Never, probably ever in metal detecting hobby history have we had so many great machines that are very comparable in a lot of ways. And we know that there are high-end machines, and some of those machines do outperform some of the mid-tier and lower-tier machines. But in a lot of cases, some of them can actually work and compete even with some of the higher-tier machines. And that's great for the users. That's great for consumers. Trevor is exactly right. And Trevor, thank you for sharing that. While E Detecting's on here, says, hey, y'all, glad to have him in here. Joe Dirt says, hey, if they can keep improving the triple score, they're going to have to call it the Triple Legend. Joe Dirt, I might agree with you. But wait a minute, is there a new Legend on the horizon? That's a good question that we can ask Delic. Is there a new Legend? Is there going to be a Legend Pro?
Yeah.
What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We've talked about that in the past, and we'll get a chance to ask her about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to ask her those questions, and I think she might give in a little bit, Michael. We'll see. We'll see what she does. Digging Daryl says, Teresa, have you used the sweeper program on the Deus 2? And Teresa says, I have a hearing issue, and I couldn't tell the differences between the tones on my Knox 800. Everything sounds like an owl or flutes. Well, try the Deus 2, and you can adjust it through the equalizer to make it to where it will suit your ears as well. So maybe that might help some.
That is a
Teresa,
good feature with the days too, that equalizer,
it is the
especially for
equalizer.
people
Yeah,
with
and I don't know of any other machine that has that. Do you, Michael?
right, right,
Nobody
because
else has that. So
right, if
that's
you
a
have
good thing.
hearing problems, that could really help out. You can kind of customize that sound to really help you out.
I think so too. Teresa said, Debbie let me try the Manicore, and I love those tones. And Teresa, Debbie is going to be on here with us sometime this month as soon as she gets back to me. So she'll be answering Mind Lab questions, and we're going to be real excited to have Debbie on here coming up. So that's going to be good.
Right.
Edward G says, definitely looking forward to hearing from them. Was on another show last week where Delic was on, and she was saying they're coming out with several new machines in the near future. And I know they're coming hard. They are coming hard. Digging Daryl says it was an awesome program. Check out Southern Relic Adventures channel on how to program the machine. That is one for the day is two. Thank you, Digging Daryl, for mentioning that. Southern Illinois outside says, just imagine what the flagship models from manufacturers will be capable of in another 5 years. Yeah, we're living in a great time. There's so much great technology. There's so much innovation that's going on. Again,
Right.
Michael and I are really excited about what XP's doing and what they've got coming too with their new coils, the new update, new audio. We heard that for the first time from XP. They've hired a stereo sound guy to actually come up with this new audio. What will it be like? I don't know, but it just sounds really, really cool.
That's interesting.
Edward G says new dive unit and new machine above a legend may not be called the legend name though. They haven't forgotten that far yet. They haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, yeah. Teresa says she loves the Deus 2. Glad to hear that, Teresa. One of the lightest machines on the market, easy to swing, a lot of great features. And to me, the Deus 2 is probably one of the most versatile machines on the market. You can do so many different things with it. And you have so many different options of customization on the Deus 2 that you sometimes don't get with some of those other machines.
Right.
She says, I can put the control box of the Deus 2 in her pocket. And we just had that conversation with Philippe about taking the control box off and hunting with just audio. So that's good. AC Guy says equalizer helps a ton with the WSA2 XLs, make them come to life. Exactly.
Yeah, that really does help with that.
That's my point for sure. Teresa says, Daryl, I sure will. I also use Norfolk Button Boys magnet program. I'm not familiar with their program, but I'm sure it's good. But go check ours out. Sweeper program works well for us here in South Carolina and North Carolina. But go check it out, Teresa. I think you'll like it. Luis Villarreal says, my Knox 600, 700, and a Legend are the only detectors I need from where I'm from. I don't need to spend more than that on a machine. I don't need to dig in China. Look, if you got an Equinox, a MindLab machine, it's a great machine. 600, 700, Legend, all three excellent machines. You can't go wrong with either one of those. Yeah, hey, and you got to dig with what you like. You got to hunt with what you like. If you enjoy those machines, don't worry about a $1,500 machine. As long as you're happy with what you're using and it's doing the job for you, use that machine. That's what I'm going to tell you for sure. When is not choosing the name for their PI unit? Well, that's a good question for Delic. Come on here and ask. So show up for that live stream with Nocta and let's see what happens. Teresa says, I will. Anyone tried the new Killer Bee headphones? I've heard some good things about it. My buddy Mental Metal has been using those and he likes them. They're a little bit expensive, a little pricey, but I've heard they're really, really, really good. So there you go. Okay. Michael, let's share my great adventure. I want to share this with you guys. I know we've been on here for just over an hour, and we're going to try to get out of here really soon. But I want to share with you guys something that I was very proud and very excited to do. And this happened to me last weekend. So I got a call on Saturday night from a gentleman that was really distraught. He was really sad. He had just lost a prized heirloom of his families, and it was a gold coin. Now, he had no idea where he lost it at on the beach. He called me up. He said, "Hey, I've heard about you. A lot of people said, hey, you're great detectors." And he wanted me to come out to try to find this gold coin. He felt like he lost it in the water. So I decided, even though I had other plans, I was supposed to go out and do this hunt, which you're going to see a clip from that hunt. But I said, you know what? I'll come out early in the morning and I will help you try to find this coin. And I got out there, and the guy was literally out there walking around in the surf trying to find this coin. And of course, he was having no luck. I walked out there with the mana core and the M9 coil, swung around in the water for a little bit. Didn't get anything, guys, nothing. The guy left me and went up and sat up on the beach while I was doing this. And I went up there and just tried to console him in a roundabout way. I said, look, you know, I'm going to keep coming out here till I find this coin for you. I know how important it is to you. So the coin was a coin that was over 100 years old, solid gold. The guy's grandfather had immigrated from Lebanon to the United States. And that was one of the things that he brought with him from Lebanon. And this gentleman had gotten that coin and put it into a pendant, and it fell off while he was at the beach. So I went up there and I talked to him. I said, look, you know, I've done some hunting. I've found things for people that a lot of people felt like they may not ever find. And, you know, God willing, I'll find this coin for you. And guys, this is no lie. Michael knows the story. This is no lie. As soon as I said that to him, I walked straight down to the beach, and one swing, and I hit that gold coin. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't dig a single hole till I dug this hole. So you guys are going to see my reaction and what I actually say, and you guys will understand the story now whenever I say it. And I was so excited. I found this coin for this gentleman, and I couldn't have been happier. And he was so excited and so happy and just so thankful that we were able to find this. But this was nothing short of a miracle, to be honest with you. And Surfside Dan was on the phone with me too that day, and so he knows the story as well. So I'm going to play a couple of clips from that. And this was the mana core and the M9 core. So the first one I'm going to play is me actually finding the coin right after I found it. So I'm going to show that first, and then I'll show you what I did afterwards.
I told you.
No way.
The Lord looks after me.
No, oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding
When
me.
did you lose it?
Right there.
So you see the first part of this video. I just pulled that coin out of that one hole, and I only dug one hole. I only swung one time after I said what I said to this guy. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And I've dug a lot of amazing things, but this was something just out of this world. It was crazy. So here's my other video. I want you guys to see this too as well.
Okay, guys. All right, look here. We are out at the beach. I got a call last night from a gentleman. Says he lost, and here he is right here. He's got a big smile on his face, and we're going to show you why. Anyway, he lost a coin that is over 100 years old. It was his grandfather's. He had it on a necklace, and we actually just found it for him. It's a solid gold coin, guys. And we were using the Mind Lab Mana Core with our 9-inch coil, and there it is. And I am so excited because he lost it yesterday. He was in the water. We came down here at low tide, and boom, here it comes. And this is just remarkable. that we were able to retrieve this coin off of this beach. But super excited about that. I know he is. You know, he's glad to have this back.
Oh, I cannot thank Brian enough.
Like I told him, the good Lord looks out for us. But there you go, guys. Nice, beautiful gold coin found today out on the beach. My Lab Manicore. All right, take care.
Guys, I've never been so overwhelmed with emotion. I mean, other than my USA button not too long ago, I was shaking. I was literally shaking after I found that coin, because that was just a 1 in a million type of shot that I could have walked directly down after I talked to this guy, and on one swing hit that coin. It had to be divine intervention. That's the only thing I can think of. It had to be the good Lord leading me to that coin, leading me to that spot. That's like hitting a hole in one in golf, Michael.
It is. It really is. That was awesome to see.
Right. I couldn't have made that up. It was just the most crazy. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And so now let me share with you the other half of this. So I left from the beach and I went out to the plantation that Michael knows where it's at. And I got out of my truck. I can't make this up. I should have played the lottery that day. I couldn't have made this up. So I got out of my truck, got my metal detector. The landowner's out there with me now. Okay. Him and his grandson. Watch what happens to me next. On the same day that I dug that gold coin and found that gold coin, watch what happens next. Watch this.
Signal, I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Listen. And it's a perfect 88, 87. We just opened up this hole and we see the target laying down there. If we go down, right there, it's a coin. Now, what kind of coin it is, I don't know. But my guess is it's a KG. And I think I'm gonna be right. I'm not gonna rub on it too much, as I wanna clean it first. But almost positive that's what it's gonna be. It's worn pretty good though. I can already tell you that. Let's see if the other side might have something on it. But it's definitely a King George III. And we just dug that. First hole too. First hole is a King George III copper. And it was ringing up an 87, 88. It started off as a 94. You guys can see it there. And we're off and running. Minelab Manicore M9 coil is what we're using. And again, King George III, 1770s, 1760s, 1780s coin all the way up. So, but anyway, there we go. We got us a coin to start our day. Okay, GoPro, stop recording.
I couldn't make that up. I dug a King George III right out of the gate. First hole, only hole that I dug to that point. And it was just karma. Yeah, it's a copper. That's right. It's a copper for sure.
Yeah, so many King George coins have come off of that side. I mean, it's
like
crazy.
I said, Michael got to see me have one of the best days I've ever had, and I dug four
Right.
that day, and I dug a real, and I dug a piece of coin silver, and just one of those amazing days. So somebody asked me, Rito says, hey, do you think that you would have found that using any detector? I probably would have. That coin, I'm assuming, is what Rito's referring to. And it was, yes, probably. But the thing was that I walked right to it. That's what made that so amazing. And the M9 coil just locked in on that thing. And that was just super, super, super. Trevor Van Horn says, I'm sure speak a lot of detectives when I say this, and myself included. A lot of us hope one day to be that confident in our abilities and our equipment to be able to recover a treasure for someone. Right. And this guy had all the faith in the world in me, and he was referred to me by a person that I had gone out 5 days looking for a gold ring. And on the 5th day, I found the ring. But I went 5 times searching for a ring. Didn't know where it was. Took me 5 times. But this time, Michael, I went out and found that coin right off the bat.
Yeah.
One swing, one hole, boom, there it was. That was just the craziest thing. And I was overwhelmed with emotion. That guy was overwhelmed with emotion. We knew that there was a lot of other things going on that we couldn't explain at that point. And that just made it so much special. But then to go out and leave from there, and the first hole you dig is a King George III copper coin right out of the gate, one hole, and it was just boom, there it was. And the landowner was there too, and he was just like, he couldn't believe it. And I proceeded to go out, and Michael knows the spot very well. I proceeded to go out and just dig, 10 buttons, 7 buttons, 8 buttons, somewhere in there. Just went button after button and dug that coin. It was just crazy day. Doug Atkins says, yeah, I know. People were saying you should go buy a lotto ticket. I should have that day for sure. And it's very good. And I appreciate Trevor's comment earlier. The ID on that gold coin was a 48, 47, 49 using the M9 coil on the Mana core. Joe Dirt, if that helps you in any way. Edward G says, I got permission from someone who asked me to look for a silver earring for them. I told them it was a low chance of finding it since it was a small item, but still got the property. Good. Did you ever find it, Edward G? It's a good question. So, again, awesome. Edward G says, I have another property. Someone wants me to look for their wedding band as well. So I have that permission also. Right. You can dig a whole bunch of other things too while you're on those properties, looking for those things. So
he said, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. Well, maybe he'll find it. That would be really great because I'm telling you that I was so overwhelmed on Sunday. And Michael knows I was literally, I was almost to the point of tears that I found that thing for that guy. And you guys know, most of you guys that follow me on this channel know that I just lost my dad. And one of the things that my dad left for me is a gold coin necklace, similar to the one that I found. Of course, it wasn't from Lebanon, but it is a gold coin necklace. And I know how I would have felt if I would have lost that. And I told that guy that story right before I walked down to the beach and dug that coin, which was just, I don't know. I was just overwhelmed for sure. Teresa says, I found my gold coin in Louisiana. It was a solid 49.50, like full. Mm-hmm. So there's, hey, she's confirming what those IDs are. And that is an awesome find, Teresa, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yes. And Edward G says, I'm hoping to bring them that. It's a great feeling. It is. It's one of the best feelings that I've ever had, and I've had a lot of good ones, but that was very gratifying in so many ways that we found that for that gentleman for sure. All right, Michael, it's getting late, so we need to do a giveaway. Y'all ready for a giveaway tonight? Who's ready for a giveaway? Yes? No?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you ready for a giveaway, Michael?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Michael, what do you want to give away tonight?
How about a knife?
How about a knife? You want to give away a knife tonight? Michael, that might be your knife that you never got.
Yeah, it might
be. Michael's never gotten his knife. And he's been down here a few times, but he keeps forgetting to remind me. So Michael said, let's give away a knife. I will tell you this, Michael, we got a very special giveaway coming from Nocta. Do you want to tell them what it's going to be, Michael?
I don't know. You think we should, or we should wait?
No. Tell them. Michael's going to do the big reveal. Michael, do the big reveal for everyone.
A triple score.
So we are going to be giving away a Nocta triple score on our Nocta live stream. So you've got to be here for that. So you guys want a chance to win a free machine. Here's your chance. Knock the triple score. Going to be given away live on our live stream. And for you guys that have been loyal to us, you're going to have a chance. Okay? If you stuck around for this live stream, you just got some great news. You got a chance to win a free machine from Nocta. Delic is going to send you that machine, a Nocta triple score. And we're going to be giving it away live on our live stream on August 23rd. Yes, that is very sweet. So you guys that need a machine, or you want an extra machine, or you got a buddy that needs a machine, you definitely want to come on for that. It's going to be really, really good. Yes, it's going to be good, guys. It really is. So we're trying to bring you guys as much content, bring you the manufacturers, bring you the giveaways. We're trying to do it all for you guys, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, they are very generous and extremely proud of their products too, as well. So
we're also gonna give away this puppy right here tonight.
And Michael's got Chihuahua on here. There's old Chihuahua.
She likes to get up in my lap when I'm sitting up here doing live.
Right. Thank you, Wiley Detective. I just lost my dad back in April. Superman, just salt of the earth. Michael actually came to the funeral and supported me through that, and I appreciate that so well. Patrick Parker says, "Hey, I'll take the pup."
You better hang on to her. I've had her for 13 years. So.
Yeah, my pup's in the bed with my wife already, so that's already happened. All right, guys. XP has been generous enough to donate these knives. We're going to give away we are going to give away one more thing too, so you want to stick around. But we're going to do the knife first on the live stream. So again, we're going to do the knife first, and then we will do another thing from XP. XP has been very generous to us, and we appreciate them for allowing us to be able to have these great products to do as giveaways for you guys. And again, the knife was is a really cool knife too. It's made in France, by the way, too. Yeah. So it's a super knife for you guys to have. And Michael, we're going to share this screen here. Let me put this up on the screen real quick. And we got it up. So we are going to share this, and it's going to be hashtag XP knife. How about that, Michael? Hashtag XP knife. Ready, set, go. Definitely hit that like button. We got a lot of great things going on the channel. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We got a free detector coming for someone from Nocta. You definitely want to share with your friends. Get them on here. Get them to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be bringing you Nocta live. You guys are going to be able to ask those questions. We got Mind Lab coming up live. I don't know what Mind Lab might do a giveaway too. We gave away a Garrett pinpointer last week with Garrett being on board. And Mind Lab may be doing some giveaways too as well. So you definitely want to make sure you're tuning into the channel. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all so much. If you win tonight, please make sure you send me your address. Be very patient with me as I have to go to the post office to actually mail this thing. And that sometimes that can be tricky. As you guys know, I teach and coach. So, but I will get it out as soon as possible. So be patient with that. And I think you guys will enjoy this knife. It's a very nice knife. And we got 38 entries in here. We're going to give everybody a chance because we got 65 people in here, Michael, tuning in tonight. And they want to be part of this giveaway. Edward G says that Dealer gave one away on the show I watched last week also. She's been really generous, and she shot me with the questions she asked the chat. Okay, so that'll be good. What show was that, Edward G? I might have to go watch and see what she actually did, but that's good. So appreciate that. Let's see. Edward G says, "Hey, I did find out they aren't going to do any more updates to the Legend as well." Okay, which that tells me a lot. Which could mean there's something new on the horizon as well. Thank you, Aggie. Appreciate you so much. Aggie just gave us a generous donation to help pay for the shipping, and we appreciate her. Thank you, Aggie. She gave a $4.99, and that helps. Yeah, Luis Villarreal says sometimes the first person to type in the hashtag wins. Sometimes. Digging Daryl, maybe. Very good. She's given away several of them. Very good. 3 on Quarter Hoarder, I know. And we appreciate her coming on here and doing that for us as well. Edward G says he always loves being in. We appreciate you, Edward G, for being in here as well. So we've got some great people that follow us, and we appreciate you guys being subscribers. If you want a little more content, a little more giveaways, a little more everything, you can sign up for the membership. All you got to do is hit the join button down below, and you can join in on the membership, and you can get in on some of the things that we've got going on as well. We are having a members only live stream on Sunday night. Michael and I will be there with everyone to talk more metal detecting stuff and to get you guys going as well. Thank you so much, Bells. We appreciate you too and all of your support. Yeah, Bells is awesome. So again, Damian Thorne says the shipping to Ohio is costly. We know what he's referring to. So that's pretty funny. All right, we got 40 entries. Come on in. Get in on the drawing for the thing. So thank you, Teresa. She said this is her first time here. So glad I found you. I really like the calm vibe. Thank you so much. We try to do a good job, and we try to make everybody feel welcome as well. We consider this a no drama, drama-free metal detecting channel, and we enjoy what we're doing, and we enjoy being with you guys and just sharing in on the fun and sharing knowledge, sharing information with each other, and just basically hanging out, having a good time. So it is a very good vibe. Thank you so much, Teresa. We appreciate you. All right. Anybody else going to get in on the knife? Yes, thank you, Edward G. I'd appreciate that. He said he'll try to go in and look and find us a show. I don't know which show that was. Yeah, we appreciate you too, Teresa. Thank you so much. We try to be interactive with our guests too, so nobody, we got a lot of people in here, so sometimes I do miss a question, and when we get guests in here, sometimes it gets over 100, and that can be, I can miss some things, but we try to make sure everybody feels welcome and they get their questions answered as well. Yeah, Lance says, what? No more Legend updates. In that case, I have a Legend with 3 coils for sale because that means they're going to release something better. Could be, Lance. Yeah. Could be, possibly. Who knows? Who knows? Edward G says it's called, the Big Detecting Show. Right. That's the one over in Europe. So, yeah, I have to check that out and see what she did over there for sure. Right. PG Digger says best. Thank you so much, PG Digger. I appreciate that. Anybody else getting in? We got 43. We're getting ready to do our drawing. We got one more giveaway, so hang out. The next one's a good one, too. I think a lot of you will appreciate. Yes, Rito, if you want to send in some finds, you can do that. Let me put the email up real quick as well for you guys. It's sransc@gmail.com. You guys can send in your finds, and we will feature finds. I don't think we had any that were sent in last week. I hope I didn't miss anybody's email. But if I did, then I will definitely get them up on next week's show. So, yes, you can still send in your finds. If you win the knife tonight, again, email me, sransc@gmail.com, and we will get your finds and your knife if you win the knife tonight up there. All right, Michael, I think it's time. 43?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
I think that's about it.
We've been on 43 for a while.
Yes. So, Edward G says a machine above the Legend, according to Delic. Again, I've been saying that for a while. You guys heard me saying back a few months ago. What? Wasn't it, Michael? I kept saying, look, Nocta's on the move. Be ready, because something big is coming from Nocta as well. DCM Detect says, welcome, Teresa. This is a great group of people, great live streams. Brian and Michael are awesome. Thank you so much, DCM. I appreciate you, buddy. All right, let's do this drawing real quick. Let's see who's going to be lucky tonight. Again, if you win, sransc@gmail.com. Send that to us. Let's do our drawing. Let's see what happens, Michael. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's see who's going to win tonight. We appreciate everyone being here. And who is it going to be? DCM Detects. Congratulations, DCM Detects. DCM just won a XP knife, and it is going to Mr. DCM Detects. DCM is actually here in South Carolina, so great. Congratulations to you, DCM. We appreciate you so much. So, Michael, we got one more drawing. We're not done. So let's do one more. Congratulations, DCM, on winning the knife. Again, send me your address, sransc@gmail.com, and we appreciate you and all of your support. So, Michael, let's do our next giveaway.
What you got?
Oh, we got a good one coming up next, Michael. We got a good one coming up next. Michael, let me get this screen off of here real quick. We don't want that. We want to remove that. There we go. All right, guys, who wants one of these beautiful Deus 2 t-shirts? And they are soft cotton t-shirts. You guys have seen me wearing them. I've got extra large and double X are the sizes that I have left. So extra large or double X gets you in on the drawing for the Deus 2 t-shirt. Soft cotton. They feel great. You let me know what size you want if you win this. And yeah, this is a beautiful t-shirt. I don't have any smaller sizes than extra large, but I have extra large and double X for those people that maybe we can't back away from the table occasionally, right, Michael?
That's right. I know.
That's exactly right. So let's do our drawing for this Deus 2 t-shirt, and we're going to put that up in just a sec, and we're going to put up, and let's share our screen, Michael. And let's get this up for everyone. Stop that. Let's share this. Hang on, give me 1 second. All right, y'all ready? It is going to be hashtag Deus 2 shirt. Okay? Start collecting. Go ahead. And it is up and running. Deus 2 shirt. I might have to, it's not updating. I might have to put it back in. Let's see here. Deus 2 shirt.
I think you are.
Yeah, it's okay. We can knock it back out. Hang on. Hashtag Deus 2 shirt.
Yeah.
Why it does that sometimes, it will.
Gets locked up.
Yeah, it is locked up. What the heck? Oh, I know why. Because I didn't select the stream. There we go. Let's see if it checks then. It's not collecting. That's all right, guys. Y'all keep putting it in. It'll pull it up if I can get it to work. All right. We'll do it again. I've never had it do this. Have you seen this, Michael, like this?
I haven't.
It's not picking them up. Corey Pope put in a Deus 2 shirt, triple double X. Well, there's one. Why is it not picking them up? I've only got one entry, and I know that everybody's putting them in. Interesting. Y'all be patient. Hang on one second. All right, Michael. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to back out of this.
Take
Keep going.
See where it says. Let's see.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's never done that before, but let me get back to it.
See where it says exclude winners when doing multiple draws.
Yeah,
take that off and see if that helps.
I don't think that's it. I've never had that issue. Hang on one second, guys. Y'all be patient. StreamYard giveaway. Well, somebody's going to win this. Yeah. We've never had a problem with that. That's the first time I've ever seen it do that. Let's pull it. Live stream. Hashtag Deus2 shirt. Maybe it's. Well, the only winner would be DCM Detect, so he'd be the only one excluded. If that were the case. There we go. There, it's working. I got it. All right, so we got 37 people. All right, here we go. There we go, Michael. May need to do a duck race. We're not doing duck races around here. We're going straight up and put them in. Deus2 shirt. It's showing 37, but it's not moving. What?
Locked up again.
Yeah, it locked up. It picked them up right off the bat, and then it locked up. What the heck, Michael? Well, when in doubt, try again. Now it did less. No shirt tonight. Pick a different word. Yeah, let's try that. Let's pick something different. Are y'all okay with re-entering something different?
If you just push hashtag Deus, will it just pick that up?
I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I've never seen it do that before. That's weird. Let's just put hashtag Deus. Let's see what happens. All right, guys. Hashtag Deus. Let's try that and see if that works. I hate to make y'all put in a whole bunch of comments. Maybe that's it, Michael. Maybe that too messed it up.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, it's working now. Okay, sorry guys. I guess putting a number in there really messed with it. Thank you guys. Thank y'all so much. Thanks for being patient. I do want to get this shirt to someone. Let's see who's going to be our lucky winner. So a beautiful Deus2 shirt. Just let me know. I have extra large and double X. So let us know which one you would like, what size you would like, extra large and double X. Okay. Well, thank you. We appreciate each and every one of you being in here with us tonight. You guys are amazing and awesome as always, and we appreciate each and every one of you being here. So we're giving a chance to win a Deus2 shirt. And let's see. Damien said that took longer than it did to sew it. And Damien, you're so mean, Damien. I'm trying, you know. Need it. I've got some double X's, so I have extra large and double X. So hang tight. Appreciate you, Wilton 925. Appreciate you so much. All right, we're going to do this drawing. Aggie says husky is what we call that. Damien says, I'm starving to death. Appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. Yes. Big and tall.
I need the tall.
Yeah, Michael needs the tall too at 6'6". Okay. Let's do this and get this out of the way. Bell says exactly DCM. I don't know what DCM said. Did I miss his comment? It must have been something pretty funny. I like DCM. Okay. All right. Let's do that.
European sizes, then you have a medium and a large.
I know. Yeah, they are European sizes. And they're a lot smaller over there in Europe than they are here in the United States, for sure. All right, let's do this strong. Let's get it over with. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Let's see who's going to be our lucky winner. Damien says, does Michael use an yes, he does use an extension. Gary says, I'm hoping I can lose enough weight to get into a double X when I win. There you go, Gary. I like that too. All right, let's do this strong. Let's get it over with. All right, y'all ready? Let's see who's going to be our lucky winner tonight. And who's it going to be, Michael? Surfside Dan. Woo! Surfside Dan coming through with a shirt. So Surfside Dan.
Double South Carolina winners tonight.
Yeah, it was 2 South Carolina winners.
Right.
I couldn't make that up. Congratulations, Dan. We appreciate you, buddy. And Dan, I can get you your shirt. So definitely we'll get you hooked up. And hopefully you go hunt with me sometime real soon. So thank you, Dan, for being on here and putting in. Dan is actually one of my hunting partners. And no, it's not really. No, it's not.
He said send it to Aggie for shirtless.
Send it to Aggie for shirtless.
Yeah.
There you go. So, okay, guys, that's going to wrap us up for tonight. And again, great show. We appreciate each and every one of you. Couple reminders about some things too. We're going to have Mind Lab on the show coming up real soon. Our members only is going to be Sunday night at 7:30. Make sure you tune in for that if you're a member. We're going to have some more giveaways. We're going to talk some more metal detecting talk as well. It's just a fun time, guys. And Michael and I love being here with you. This is a drama-free metal detecting channel. We're not creating controversy. We just like coming on here, talking with you guys, helping you guys out, helping you find what works for you, what's the best settings for your machine, and all those types of things as well. And we love what we do, and we love being here each and every Friday night with you guys. So, again, I can't thank you enough. You guys make this channel go, and we appreciate each and every one of you as well. Again, thank you, guys. Thank you, Teresa. Glad you came in and joined us. Thanks again, Digging Dude. We appreciate you. How to be a member. There should be a join button down at the bottom somewhere. You guys can hit that join button and you can sign up for a membership. You can either sign up. You got 2 choices, a $4.99 or a $9.99, whichever one you choose. The $9.99 really doesn't get you that much more other than, I recognize you guys. I know that you're members and so on. But you can sign up for the $4.99 version, get in on the free live streams that we do once a month, where we do some special giveaways and we give out some special information on those members only live streams. So come join the fun. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys so much. And we appreciate everyone as well. Yes, Gary says it's a great channel. Thank you, Gary, so much. And Michael and I work hard. Great show. Thanks, guys. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you, DCM. Congratulations. Don't forget to send me your address so I can get that out to you. Joe Dirt says, yeah, this show is better than the Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's saying much the way some of those things have gone out. So definitely for sure. Yes, Digging Dude says, I love drama free. And that's what we try to do. We just try to come on here, have fun, and bring you information and content that you guys are going to enjoy And we love what we do. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here with us each night. Thank you so much, Detector Two Guns. Appreciate you, buddy. Digging Daryl. Before you leave, please hit that like button. That definitely helps us out and gets this channel shared with other people that are interested in a lot of metal detecting stuff, just like all of us on here tonight. All right, Michael, anything you want to say before we head out? We got 44 people on here.
Have a good night, guys, and I'll tell Nate, y'all send him birthday wishes, and he can go back and watch them. But he appreciates that.
Yeah.
And
Gary said this is like Gary Blackwell said, no purse fights. I like that. That is a good one for sure. So yeah, we keep it drama free. We have fun, and we love being here with you guys every Friday night. So thank y'all so much for being here. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Get out there, find some great things. Enjoy the hobby. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy the outside, the outdoors. Enjoy your family. Make it a family event if you can. That makes it always a lot of fun too. And again, we appreciate you guys so much, and thank you guys for all that you do. And thanks for being here with us, and we appreciate you. So take care. Have a great night, and we'll catch you guys real soon. Stay tuned for more content. Members, don't forget, Sunday night, 7:30, members only live stream. Hit that join button if you like. We would love to have you on there with us as well. We appreciate everyone. Thank you guys that gave donations tonight. All those donations go straight back into the channel, and we appreciate y'all as well. So again, appreciate it. Have a good one. Catch you guys on our next adventure. See you soon. Take care. Members only. See you Sunday night.